Hi there, I'm Zane Franson, VP of Platform and Operations here at Simply Ask, and today I'm going to share with you how you can configure and use service tickets. Now, to use service tickets, you would go into Serve, and you'd open up the service ticket view, and this is where you'd see all of the ones that you've already created. But in this case, there are none created yet. Now, there are some ways to create tickets out of the box, where you could go, click Create, and add in the details, and there's a default type. However, oftentimes you're going to want one or many different custom types for all the different types of tasks that your different teams are working on. So let's look at how you can configure that. To do so, what we're going to do is go into Settings, we're going to click on Front Office, and then we're going to go into Service Ticket Types. Now in here, we can see that there are a couple already. We have one about Service Ticket, we have one about Customer Support. Let's add a new one and maybe call it IT request. Now within this IT request, we have the ability to also give a custom icon to help differentiate it. Maybe we'll use that gear and we'll make it blue. And then we can also set up statuses. Now maybe we have additional status that we want and it's going to be blocked. So this is a status where something is blocked and we can add that in. We can also move it around in our flow. So maybe we want it in this order here, where blocked comes after assigned. You can also edit these default ones by deleting them, or just simply going ahead and modifying them as you want. So maybe we'll add back an assigned one here. All right. And if we go into the additional options here, we have the ability to configure tabs. So this will control what is actually shown on the screen. In most cases, you want both of these enabled. And finally, we can set up additional fields, which are custom fields that can hold additional information. Now, by default, service tickets can always store a title, they can store a description, and some other fields like priority, assignee, due date, and so on. Now, you may want for your different use cases, though, different fields that are shown based on the type of service ticket. So maybe you want, for example, a first name and a last name, which is shown. And so we'll leave those toggled on and we'll turn that off. But we can also add in custom fields as well alongside these preset ones. And to do that, we'll click Set Field and we can do something like, let's do Employee ID. We could do some validation to make sure only certain data types are provided, but we'll just allow any type of entry and we can set the field up here like that. Now we can reorder these however we want. So maybe, we want employee ID up top and we can do that too. We can also set them as mandatory or required. In this case, we'll just take required off as no. Once we're all done, we can save our changes and go back into the service ticket view. And now when we refresh here and we click create, we'll see that we have IT request as an option is select. Now note that when I select this, we actually have some different additional fields here. And that's what I mentioned where different types of service tickets can have different additional fields. So in the case of service request, we have external ID, first name, last name, full address. But in the case of IT request, we just have employee ID, first name, and last name, because that's what we configured. Now, when you're looking to continue creating your service ticket, you can go ahead and, of course, enter the name. You can enter in some request. You could attach attachments. You can set priorities by default. You can change it to different statuses, due dates, set up assignees, and so on. And once we create it, then we'll have a record. And of course, we can go into it. We can continue to modify it, including all these custom fields if we wanted to. And if we go into the full ticket view, again, we get similar information and we can go into ticket tasks and create subtasks as well. But overall, that's how you can go ahead and you can create custom service ticket types, and then you can actually use them when creating tickets manually. Note that you can also create service tickets from automated agents in Converse and automated business processes in Flow, and they each have their own respective ways to do that, and our documentation outlines how to do that yourself as well. So thank you for watching and best of luck on your automation journey.